All right, in this section, we're going to talk about contact on the ball and contact on your foot. The sweet spot on the football is basically if this white stripe here went all the way around, just above that white stripe, so on the top part of that white stripe, that's where you want to hit it. That's going to get you a little bit of compression, right? It's not on the firmer part of the end. It's on the fatter part of the ball, so it's going to get you a little bit compression, but it's also kind of on the curvature so that when you hit it, it gets that pop up. So when you're looking at height on the ball, you're going to be just above that white stripe if that white stripe went all the way around. Yeah, you kind of want to aim in the center of the football, so if your laces are pointed right at the target in a perfect situation, you're going to aim for right at that seam of that football. Now, obviously, it's never ever perfect. Sometimes your laces are here, sometimes you're there. So, but always remember, it's always going to be in the center of the football. That's where you're going to get the truer hits. So you're going to be just above that white stripe. If the white stripe went all the way around, and in the center of the football, that's where you're going to get the best hits. Now, when it comes to hitting it off our foot, there's a little bone that sticks out on your metatarsal. I call it a little knuckle. It's not really a little knuckle. It just kind of sticks out a little bit more than the rest of it. Everybody has one. It's on the top left of your laces there. So when you're at home looking at this video or online or wherever you're doing, go ahead and kind of feel around your foot till you feel that little knuckle. I like to call it a little knuckle that sticks out a little bit more than the rest of your foot. You want to hit that part of your foot because that sticks out a little bit more than the rest of your foot, and it's a harder part of the foot itself. So there's not much cushion there. It's all skin and bone, and it sticks out a little bit more. And physics will tell you you're going to get the most power by transferring the most energy to the smallest surface area you can find. So when you strike this ball and this bone first, all that energy, if this is the bone of my foot, all that energy is going to impact this ball and transfer onto this ball on that tiny little surface area, and that's where you're going to get good pops from. You can even hear sounds of it, right? When somebody mishits a ball, it sounds like a slap. When somebody hits it on the bone, boom, sounds like a good thump, right? So that's what that is. That's the energy transferred into the ball. A kind of example, it's kind of a decent example is what hurts more, a slap or a punch. I can come just as fast like this as I can like this. So why does it hurt more? Because all that energy on a slap is transferring over my palm and my fingers into whatever I'm hitting. But if I'm making a fist and doing it, it's half the amount of surface area with the same amount of force, same amount of energy, right? I can swing my hand just as fast like this as I can like this. Secondary is there's a little cushion in my palms, a little cushion in my fingers, right? That's going to absorb some of that impact compared to my knuckle, which is all just skin and bone. So again, you translate that into the foot, right? That bone sticks out a little bit more, so there's a smaller surface area, which is going to strike the ball, and then it's all skin and bone on that knuckle just the same, so it's a hard part. There's no cushion. It's going to bounce off the foot. But again, as you're kicking, make sure you hear the sounds, right? You start hearing what your hits sound like. If it sounds like a slap, you're going to know that wasn't a bone. If it sounds like a deeper thump, you're going to know that that was a much better strike on that bone. So that's kind of where we hit the ball in relationship to the ball and where we hit it in relationship to the foot.